Let's talk about the offensive line. So I'm got some mixed feelings on the offensive line. I think this is going to be one where maybe I'm not positive the entire time. I did see things I liked, right? And we
Hmm.
do have to give some credit there. Austin Cyreville started instead of Donovan Jackson there at left guard. I think most people knew that was coming. I didn't check the availability report if he was out or not, but I think most people knew there was a good chance Donovan Jackson wouldn't be starting this game with a little bit banged up. Doesn't sound like it's anything serious, but just a little bit banged up in practice. There was a few things here and there I could nitpick, but overall, I mean, I don't think the offensive line was bad. It's just like I think we leave this game. I'm still slightly concerned. What do you think, Mike?
I mean, you can be slightly concerned, but it did look like they started to fix things a little bit more coming out of the second half as they, were able to make their adjustments. Here's my whole thing, right? Because I'm honestly not surprised in what happened with the offensive line, especially hearing that you got Donovan Jackson out, Seth McLaughlin, first time, right? Here at Ohio State. And then Tegra, first time starter at Ohio State. So you got three guys on that offensive line who have never jailed as all five. So, and then we also heard in camp the sickness was going around. There's not much chemistry built on this offensive line yet, and the starters aren't even completely in there yet. So you're going to see first time starter mistakes from Integra. Obviously, first time starter mistakes from Austin Centerville, who was out there. Why are y'all not expecting this stuff? Like, we are supposed to be football fans. Like, let's not be casuals. Let's understand there are going to be mistakes. Now, I agree. Like, I do. We should have been pushing things back. But if you actually look back and see when some of the replays, like, and we'll have to watch the film as well. But it looked more as we were undisciplined and guys weren't making the right pickups. And that's why the offensive line looked bad in the running game. In pass pro, I do think that there's some things that we got to get better. But again, I think it was pickup and assignment issues. And one thing that I had wrote down in my notebook, and it seemed like everybody did, because I was talking to Ron in the halftime space, and it was like I was talking about being undisciplined, and he was saying J Book had tweeted it out. He had wrote it down in his notepad. And that's exactly what I saw. It just looked like undisciplined guys making mistakes. And that's something that we have to clean up. And it's I think that it is something that can be cleaned up going in the future. I don't think that we should worry that much about it yet. Now, if we keep seeing it, like if we see this same issue week 3, then I'm gonna say, okay, we got something that we gotta work on. So
Oh yeah, for sure. I think you hit the nail on the head there with if it's something that can be fixed, you feel okay about it because you know Chip Kelly's not going to let something be there and let something persist if it's going against the
mhm.
offense. You know that he's going to be getting on his guys, he's going to be getting on Justin Fry, whoever he needs to get on to make sure that's fixed. I mean, the thing for me that I was so glad to see was good snapping. I was a little concerned going into the game, like, all right, how's Seth McLaughlin gonna work? You know, I feel like he's gonna be okay, but the last time I saw him, he was snapping kind of bad. However, snaps seemed fine in this game. It was something I didn't even really think about until like the third quarter. I was like, oh yeah, how's the snapping? And I was like, well, I haven't seen anything bad, so
Yeah.
it must be okay.
Yeah, I think the only thing he got was the little illegal snap, moved the ball a couple times. It seemed like it could have been, just him getting used to Devin Brown's cadence and what he's been dealing with all game. So, after getting in the field. But I enjoy having him. Everybody can say whatever they want about his snapping. Doing good here at Ohio State. I
Yeah.
tell you.
And he did good blocking too. I mean, he was one of the best run blockers on the team. It felt like every time he engaged with the guy, he was pushing the guy back and really taking control there. So I don't have any complaints about him. We'll see about the improvement. I think as long as they improve, like you said, that's the best thing for him. So